In 2018, after Hurricane Maria and Irma hit the island, we were called to come and identify what some of the issues were, and one of the ITNs, or the network hubs on this base, were hit pretty strong with damage to infrastructure. Water was getting inside the building, so they had sandbags to try to prevent the waters from coming inside on the bottom, but also tarps over the electronics equipment. So we were called in, we identified certain issues. We identified cables that had to be rerouted because the plan was to build a new ITN, and that's why we're here in 2020.
The reason for the move is because Hangar 1 has been around probably since the post-World War II days. It's our old aircraft hangar, which was damaged during Hurricane Maria. There's actually a hole in the roof still from Hurricane Maria, which our network resides in that hangar right underneath that hole.
A couple years back, we came down to Puerto Rico after the hurricanes had hit, and we went around the base. We looked at some of the infrastructure they had here, saw there was some needs, some upgrades that needed to happen. Obviously, one of the main things was one of the main comm hubs took the biggest hit, one of their buildings, and so in an effort to upgrade their networks and upgrade their infrastructure, over 2 years, we planned out a project, worked with the Puerto Ricans, came down and started moving that over to a new building that'll hold up a lot better and that houses all the new equipment.
When I first got here back in August of 2019, that was one of the first things I heard about, was having to shut our network down every time it rained hard, because our folks were fearful of getting communications, all the equipment wet, which can cause any kind of a dangerous situation. So that was an immediate concern of mine, was the safety of our airmen and the safety of our network.
So after collecting all the data in 2018, the comm squadron identified the needs for those issues to be fixed. So they went through us as an E&I unit, and we came in, and our processes were going inside maintenance holes, rerouting cables, which is copper fiber, moving around certain equipment, and building up inside the building 5, all the infrastructure that's going to be connecting the cables and all the racks as well.
So throughout this install down here in Puerto Rico, we've had a lot of guys, a lot of moving parts. Been having to pull a lot of new cables in, reroute some old cables from other buildings. It goes into the cost savings into the new building 5. And once it gets into building 5, we spend a lot of time terminating, putting connectors on this fiber so that they can access our infrastructure. And everything we do, we test. After we install, we label everything, so it's extremely organized. They make sure that it's good to go. When we turn over a finished product, it's a quality product. Around these maintenance holes, there's a lot of the hazards associated with getting into them. Safety is very involved. Fire department also, we have to test the atmosphere. We have to set up a tripod and winch. That way, if any of these dangerous gases happen to incapacitate one of our people, we're able to recover them using our winches and our tripods. We're able to have the rescue equipment that we brought with us, use our training that we have to get that done.
Even though the 202nd EIS has been taking lead on this project, we've had a lot of help with other EIS units from the country, helping us out with manpower and materials as well.
We actually had to ask for some help for some other units to come down here, from Georgia, from Pennsylvania, from West Virginia, and from Ohio, to come down and do the actual move for us.
It actually benefited both of us a lot, both the EI Squadron 202nd and the local squadron. We were able to save them right at $500,000. It's good training for our guys, a lot of good work that sometimes we don't get a lot of back in the States. It really worked out well for both of us.
So the wing here is really depending on our E&I airmen to accomplish our mission, because that'll tie in all the different agencies in the wing together, and they can move on with all the other steps they can take to continue their mission here in Puerto Rico.
Morning, Medical Group. This is Ortiz.
As far as the E&I community goes, you know, I don't know too much about the E&I community. I do know that it's a very special trait that when it's needed, I'm glad that I can reach out and phone a friend and get you guys down here, because we simply could not do this project without the E&I community.